Does the department maintain the ministerial section of the website where transcripts are uploaded?
Sorry, Senator, could you repeat the question?
Of course. Does the department maintain the section of the website where ministers' transcripts are uploaded?
On the ministerial website?
Yes.
Yes, Senator.
Yes. How do transcripts of the ministers' interviews come to be uploaded?
I'll need to check the specifics, Senator, but we get transcripts of the speeches, and then it goes through a process to be uploaded onto the website.
Where do you get the transcripts from?
I'll have to check that detail, Senator.
Is it from the Minister's office, or does the department have some independent means of getting them?
I would assume it was from the Minister's office, but let me check.
I would assume so too. Is there a reason why most interviews and transcripts are uploaded but some may not be?
Again, Senator, let me check, but I would assume that we upload what we're asked to upload.
Right. So if there is one missing from the website, it wouldn't be because of your department or any decision you've made?
We wouldn't make a decision not to do something unless there were some problem, but it could, of course, be an error. So I don't want to be definitive about that without checking. It
may be that the Minister's office didn't provide the transcript, for example.
That could be one of the reasons why it wasn't there.
The Minister for Home Affairs appeared on Andrew Clennell's program on Sky News on Sunday the 19th of November. No transcript of this interview is available on the Minister's website, although all other such interviews from around that time do appear to be available. Do you know whether the Minister's office provided this transcript to Home Affairs?
I don't, Senator.
In that interview, the Minister waived legal professional privilege by referring to legal advice that she received in relation to the NZYQ matter. Is that the reason why it hasn't been uploaded to the department's website?
I'm not actually sure that's a correct representation of what the minister said, Senator Patterson. I know that's what some have claimed, but I don't know that that is a correct representation.
Well, let me just quote the minister from a transcript not on her website. Andrew Clennell asks her, quote, "You knew this could happen in June though, didn't you? Or did you?" Ms O'Neil responded, "We knew that there was a High Court action on foot. We knew that it was 20 years of legal precedent, and we were advised it was likely that the Commonwealth would win the case, that it is to allow us to do what we wanted to do, which is keep these people in detention." If that is not a reference to legal advice, what is it a reference to?
Well, I think the minister has already addressed that. Several days after that interview, she clarified her remarks. I don't have them in front of me, but they were words to the effect that she was referring to operational advice, not legal advice, because the minister understands that it's not appropriate to reveal legal advice. And that quote that you just read out, Senator Patterson, doesn't make any reference to legal advice.
No, it makes reference to legal precedent and that we would advise it was likely that the Commonwealth would win the case. What does win the case mean if it's operational?
Well, what I'm saying is that the minister clarified those remarks by talking about operational advice that was provided by the department.
Right.
But the quote itself that you've read out from the minister makes clear that the claims by you and others that she has referred to legal advice are not correct.
You're a lawyer, aren't you, Minister?
I am, or I was.
Still are.
Yeah, I don't have a practising certificate, but I believe that I don't believe that I've been struck off the roll of solicitors in Queensland.
Not yet, anyway. So, Minister, are you seriously suggesting that the advice that it was likely that the Commonwealth would win the case refers to operational advice?
Well, I can't add to what the minister's remarks were when she clarified them several days later. Right. I know that you and others have tried to represent her earlier statements in a certain way, but the minister's made clear what she was referring to.
Right. So the minister misspoke in the interview. That happens,
No,
I'm
not going to accept that. That's the way you want to put it.
Well, why was it necessary for her to clarify if she didn't misspeak?
I suspect she felt the need to clarify because certain people were going around misrepresenting what she said.
I think on the face of it, it's very clear what she said. In any case, Ms Foster, what was the operational advice that you provided to the minister about winning the case?
Well, I think, Chair, With respect, I think we're starting to get into outcome 3 related matters
Minister, why don't you want Ms Foster to answer this question?
because we had already reached an agreement, well, the committee had reached an agreement that questions regarding the NZYQ matter would be dealt with in outcome 3.
Don't worry, I will have plenty of questions.
When all relevant officials are at the table.
I will have plenty of questions
Senator Patterson, your very creative questioning around immediate transcripts has led us down this path, but you are straying into outcome 3. So if you have some more questions for cross-portfolio, we can tick those off. Otherwise, we'll wait till outcome 3 when all the officials are here and we'll be able to ask lots of questions about operational advice, I suspect.
Thank you, Chair. I will come to that.
We'll have to hand the call back at 10 very soon.
Okay. Thank you, Chair. I look forward to returning to that matter, and I'm sure the Minister will allow the officials to answer the question when it is asked at that time. That is sufficient cross-portfolio questions from me at this stage.